Hello everybody, today we've got Sophie and we've also got Baby on speed dial just in case.
On speed dial, yeah.
This
She's
is the
ready to
third
pipe
one.
up when she
Yeah, we're going to get to like a really poignant moment and tell me more about that, and she's going to be like, Mom! She probably heard that, to be fair. We can't laugh too loud just in case it wakes her up. Welcome to the third one. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
I forgot to send you them ahead of time, or did I?
No.
No, we're just going to freeball it today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing most of my days at the moment anyway, so.
I'm glad to hear it. I mean, is there any change from the rest of your life?
No.
Nice. So, introduce yourself first, guys. I think that's probably the best way to start.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm a TV editor and a filmmaker.
Beautiful.
I
love that.
I think, yeah.
We'll do the drop in underneath in the description bit all the places you can find Sophie, but many places, many new places.
Don't Google me. There's stuff from my past that like
you make it sound like you've killed somebody.
Yeah, there's just you know those days of the internet where you were just posting anything willy nilly.
I think that's sweet.
There's some sweet stuff, yeah. Some of them's really sweet.
What do we not know about?
I don't want to mention this isn't weird, by the way. It's just like a certain clothing website that we used to post outfits.
Oh.
And you used to take photos of.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. And I cannot get rid of them for love nor money because I can't remember my login details, and I've contacted customer support like, please take these photos of me away, and I can't.
Is the one where you would put a mood board with all the...
Possibly. Anyway, they're proper posed, and then
It's just Baby Sophie.
It's just Baby Soph.
She's just doing her thing.
It's just Baby Soph. It's just that the digital footprint for our generation is vast and wild.
Well, we'll go straight into question number one, which is, what is your favourite project ever and why? It's a biggie. It's a big question.
It is a big
Go
question.
as you've got. What's your favourite?
I see why getting these in advance would have given my brain cells.
Would you have had the time to look at them?
True. Fair.
Absolutely not.
Fair. That is completely fair. Okay, so I mean, I suppose I can answer in two different ways, because obviously I've got two things going on, in the sense that I've got my TV work, which, I say I'm a TV editor, but predominantly my career in TV has been edit assisting, assembly editing, junior editing, and I was working my way, before I had Reverie, I was working my way up to being an editor.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I say I am. And obviously the filmmaker side of it, although it's been a part of me since very, very young, I probably wouldn't, not that it's not all valid, but I wouldn't count it in a sense that as a practice. I probably would only count the recent project with my business as my filmmaking, as a, I don't know, it takes on a different weight, doesn't it, when you're doing it for work.
Yeah.
When you're doing it for for money, and you're doing it for real, I guess.
It is real, yeah.
It's always real.
It's always real.
But it just definitely take on a different kind of pressure. Anyway, I'm not answering your question.
It's fine. I feel like the whole thing's going to be like that, and I'm really okay with it.
100%.
They've all been like this so far.
100%.
And I'm here for it.
So, favourite project and why? Okay, so I would say when it comes to TV, there's two that really jump out at me. One of them was when I was media managing, which is kind of wrangling all the cards on location. So I did a lot of location work while I was travelling abroad, and for one, I did I'm a Celebrity All-Stars. So normally it's live, which I don't do live TV, but for some reason, this was a post-COVID fallout, and they did one in South Africa because they wanted to, I don't know, have it pre-recorded just in case, have it in the back pocket in case they couldn't do Australia. So anyway, I ended up being on that, and it was actually a really difficult job because they'd not really done it pre-recorded before, so there was a hell of a lot of footage that they didn't anticipate, so we were told we were going to get a certain amount of stuff to deal with, and we got a totally different amount, a lot more. So from a day-to-day perspective, it was actually a very demanding job and very difficult. But the location was incredible, and I was there for my birthday, and I went on a safari. They call it game drives in South Africa. You can't
Actually,
say safari in South Africa, but they're like game drive. It's a game drive.
Okay.
But anyway, went on safari on my birthday, and an elephant sanctuary, and fed elephants, and like, you know, got up close, and it was a sanctuary, and yeah. Just like that opportunity of like being in somewhere that really felt like another, like, it's silly to say another planet, but it just makes you realise how big our planet really is. To go somewhere so different with people like so different was just amazing. And I did a little jaunt with my friend who was also working on the job afterwards to Cape Town. So managed to like tie that in, which was a little trick that I found from someone. So yeah, just like from a life experience point of view, I'd say less about the actual job. The job was challenging. The job was challenging, but the people were incredible. The location was incredible. So it gave me this, you know, the physical work that I was doing was incredibly hard and demanding. But what it afforded me in terms of like life experience, or just like, yeah, what I was able to see and do was just like unlike anything else. Like I remember that for the rest of my life. And then, favourite project in terms of like my filmmaking. So I've done a lot of like model calls recently.
What's a model call?
So a model call is when you are basically calling out for models. So you're basically offering your services for free in exchange for the rights to use what you create everywhere for advertising, promotion. So they're basically getting a free product, but you're then able to use that. So they sign a contract to say that you have the rights to share it. And especially when it comes to like my business being around children, a lot of children and babies, there's definitely the expectation there. I expect that not every family is going to feel comfortable with me sharing the work, and that's completely understandable. Everyone has different views around it. So yeah, so I need to do these model calls as a way to show people what I can do. With people that are comfortable with me sharing what I can do. So yeah, I'd say they're all quite recent, so it's the most recent one was my favourite, but they're obviously it's quite a new venture, so they're all relatively new. But it was actually the second model call I did. So the first one was really beautiful and lovely, but I was still a bit nervous because it was all completely unknown, and I was figuring a lot of stuff out and trying to find my flow. So there was a lot more unknowns, and I was like, I came away from it, even though ultimately what I got was great and what I created was great, I didn't feel so good coming away from it. Whereas the second one, I kind of knew a bit more what I wanted, and I came away from it feeling really good. Like, even though it was like, you know, there was doubts during the day of when I was shooting, I was like, oh, did I get that? Did I get that? I came away from it and I was like, yeah, like, I think I've got that.
I just did
it. And the edit was long, but everything, it's a very slow process at the moment. The baby. So it was over a course of 3 months, which sounds insane, but Reverie was not long after the shoot. Reverie had a sleep regression, which is a classic thing that 4-month-olds do. There's just a lot of things happening, which made it difficult to get into the project, I suppose.
I don't think it sounds that crazy though, because if you think about it, like 3 months is what, my maths ain't great, but what, like 60, 70 days? But that's like 70 hours, and then if you take some of those hours out because of sleep regression and everything, it's like, actually no, if you were able to put that time into like a couple of days normally, that'd be fine, that'd be like a week or two, but actually you've got to spread it out because you have to fit around our favourite little madam.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it's not that long really.
No, and then there was just times where it's like, I can't, you know, you're so exhausted, you can't create.
Yes.
And it's not worth it. It's not worth pushing it.
What you make is gonna be rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was times when the best thing that I could do was say, no, I need to rest.
Yeah.
And that is something that I've struggled with my business, is getting into marathon mode and not sprint mode.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sprinter.
Yeah.
And I think when I have the idea, everything needs to be done all at once, and I don't see the longevity, I don't see the timeline. I just want it now.
Yeah, I get that.
And yeah, so getting into that mode has been really tough. But yes, anyway, so it took a long time, but I think what that time actually afforded me was to truly reflect on it. And each time I was coming back, I had a slightly different opinion, or I was able to, it was almost like fresh eyes again. And that fresh eyes thing is so valuable.
100%. I get that.
So, yeah. And they were so incredibly chuffed with it when I gave it to them finally. And they sent me flowers. It was so lovely. They're like, honestly, it was the most amazing family. Yeah. So it was just all good vibes. And I know that that's not like necessarily, I think challenge is good, not, you know, being challenged is good. But it's just my favourite at the moment because I'm still riding the high, I suppose, of it.
No,
you know?
I get that. I think you've answered question 1 and 2 in that question. And started to add in little bits of the other ones as well.
Amazing.
So
I'm just
I love
gonna
it when...
check.
How can you
I can't see her.
She's in there.
She's in there and she's not crying, so we're okay.
We're good.
So yeah, so I've answered 1, 2, and some of furthers.
I don't even know. Yeah.
We still go
Because
through.
the second one was the biggest challenges you faced on the project. So like, you didn't actually give any examples of what a challenge might be for the South Africa.
Yeah.
For the South Africa shoot. Give us an example, because my brain's like rampaging elephants, clearly. Like, but what? And you said like not anticipating some of the shots and things like that. But what? Like, is there a specific like example you can give?
Well, typically with with the media manager work, it's not very creative. It's not probably a great thing to necessarily talk about for this, but
why not? Some people might really relate to it.
It's true.
Like,
it's true.
You know.
We were just completely inundated with camera cards, and which they couldn't anticipate. We definitely didn't anticipate.
What is a camera card?
So it's like
just a.
You know, it's like your SD cards.
Oh, like
it's
a full card.
Like a full, like what you record on when you record on a camera, on a camera card, and then that's what they bring us.
Yeah.
With the rushes on it. And they just had so many GoPros, all these GoPros rigged up, so there's just so much material to process. But then they have the expectation that the camera cards need to be ready for them again. Either the following day or 2 days, there's different turnarounds for different shows.
And SD cards hold a lot of footage.
Yeah, so you have all sorts of cards and there's a hell of a lot of stuff on it, and you have to go through, you know, this is a big project, there's a lot of processes. You know, you're not just backing it up one place to another, you're backing it up to 2 places simultaneously. You then have to ingest them, sync them, you've got to LTO them, which is a tape format, so that's a form of like archiving. You have to do that all before these cards are allowed to go back to them. So there's a hell of a lot involved. So yeah, the biggest challenge of that one was that they didn't know that they were going to give us that much stuff. We weren't expecting to receive that much stuff, and then we got that much stuff, and it was like the expectation was still the same.
No wonder that you say that you're a sprinter and you're having to get used to marathon. That's what you were doing before, and a lot of that, and now you're doing this.
And I was incredibly good at it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like I was incredibly good at it because I am a sprinter naturally. But it's made me incredibly efficient with a lot of my workflows, and I can do it without even batting an eye, and get all of that stuff done so quickly and move on to the creative stuff much quicker. But yeah, it's shifting gears. But I have a better example, although this isn't related to the favourite project. I have a great example of a very challenging project.
Go on, give us it.
So, I got put on a few things when I was pregnant, which different brain space when you're pregnant, you know. And it was incredible in terms of growth, but it was like a growing pain. And I got put on a development project. So a development project, and I was the editor for it. So that's why I think it's a good example. I got put on a development project, which is essentially like they're developing it. so they shoot one episode, or they shoot 10 minutes, or they go out and they basically film a taster kind of thing that they then take to the channel and go, this is what we want to make, and here's a kind of a little sample of what we would make.
Yeah.
So they're obviously much lower budget because they haven't had their funding yet. So they take a chance on people that are in a point in their career where they want to make that jump or whatever. So yeah, I was working on this development. The producer was amazing. She was a similar age to me, but she'd worked on a lot of actual interesting link.
What?
It was tenuous.
Okay. Give me.
She's been a producer on the live I'm a Celebrities.
Okay.
There you go. So she's very good at making on-the-fly decisions really fast because it's live. So you have to make the edits to go straight out anyway. So she was run and gun, like ready to go, like hit the ground running, do super late nights. And I was pregnant. And I literally couldn't. My brain would, I could do a long day. I'd do a long day. But about, I'd come in at 9, half 9. About 8 o'clock, my brain was literally shutting off. I was like, I cannot move my mouse anymore. I cannot make a single decision. And I was just like forgetting how to navigate, how to edit. That's like my brain was, all my power was going to growing my baby. So I was really struggling. But anyway, she had a certain standard and a certain expectation. We didn't even know necessarily that the production company or the client had that expectation, but she had these high standards and she wanted to make sure that we executed them. So she wanted us to do the late nights to turn it around. But because it was a development, it was shot really badly. I don't want to say badly, but it was just very loose. So it wasn't as polished as it would have been in the full show. There was a lot of shaky shots and a lot of things that you need to cut out when you're making something, especially when you're making a development that's going to be shown to be bought. You really have to make it look polished and finished. But it was essentially, creating, I'd say, a good 10 to 20 minutes of a program and getting it to I'm talking fine cut stage, which is really polished, a mixed, sound mixed, shots are coherent and consistent, and the edit's really smooth, so nothing's jumping out at you in a week, which I hadn't really. It was a lot, and I was pregnant, so I was very tired, and my brain was in a different gear space. It was very challenging, but also so rewarding because I was able to. I knew that afterwards I was like, I can do it.
Yeah. So
I could edit a full show. I walked away from that I could edit a series. Give me a series. Give me a series. Give me an hour. Give me an hour. I can do it. That wore off, but yeah. So it was very, very difficult. My nervous system. I was concerned. I was I didn't want my nervous system to be at that heightened state when I was pregnant. But
I think that's perfect too. Question 3 is, how do you push through on a hard day? And question 4, if you want to combine them, because you're doing a good job of comboing, how do you know when it's time to take a break?
Oh, so wow!
You've got, how do you push through on a hard day, and how do you know, it's time to take a break now?
Okay.
Because that's you pregnant. This is your mum now.
Yeah.
Before that was Soph. I don't know. We'll go with mum now. Soph.
How do I push through on a hard day?
Yeah. Because I imagine there's quite a few.
We've got movement. Hang on. If she wakes up, we'll pause. I'll take her to her dada.
If he's back from shopping.
Dada, which is her granddad technically.
There we go.
But that's what he's called. Yeah, there's
got some spares.
Dad, daddy, dada.
Nice.
Different.
All different.
No, wait, no, there's not 3.
Who's this extra man that I don't know about?
Dad and daddy are the same. Well, we need to stop talking about this.
Okay, what was the question? The question was, is the baby awake? The second question was...
The baby's moving, but until I just don't want her to interrupt a question. That's what...
It's gonna happen. It's fine.
Because I'll lose my...
I'll try and remember it. Sound. Sneak back in. She knows where she is now. Oh, good.
It reminds me of that SpongeBob thing. A few moments later.
24 years later. Oh.
Okay.
We didn't start how to push through on a hard
day.
Sorry. It was how to push through on a hard day / how do you know when it's time to take a break?
Okay. How to push through on a hard day. The thing I've been doing recently, because I've been talking about Mum Soph, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mum Soph, whatever.
Same person, but...
Yeah. One thing that has worked for me, having a few, like, affirmations to hand. Sometimes relevant ones.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, look, it's quite easy when you have a kid to just remind yourself of your kid. That's kind of the motivation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So when it's really hard to push through, you kind of just need to go, like, you're doing this for her.
Yeah.
You're doing this for her so that you can be more present and to have the life that you want to have with her. You know, like, I want her to be in the childcare as little as we can manage, and I want to be as present as a mother as I can be. And I knew I wasn't going to go back to TV in the way that I was. I'm definitely still going to be working in TV, but it's not going to be 30-hour days, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to push through, is just to remind yourself of the reasons that you're doing it for, whether it's a child or the goal, or I had an editor friend and mentor pass away like a few months ago, and he was amazing, and he really helped me in my career, and we worked on an interesting project together. And so for a while it's now been, what would Ferg do? Because he was such an entrepreneur, and he was so brazen in everything he did, and he would just go for it. No matter what venture he wanted to go for, he'd just go for it. He wouldn't have fear.
Yeah.
You know, he'd just do it because he loved the idea of doing it.
Yeah.
So embodying him motivates me, and like, don't let fear drive. We've just got to do this. So affirmations really help. Or else help us push through. Like caffeine. That classic one. I have to be careful with how much caffeine I drink because I'm breastfeeding, but a cup of tea goes a long way.
Cup of tea time is my favourite time in the day.
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Me and Dale have got it like body clock set now. I'll be like, put my head around.
So do you start withering when you know?
No,
like...
it's just I get really excited.
Oh,
I'm
lovely.
Like,
that's so nice.
I stick my head around the wall and just go. And he's like,
that's awesome. Yeah, so even then you've got that thing to push towards, haven't you?
It's not a baby. It's a cup of tea.
But it doesn't have to be a baby. That's extreme. Please, no one make a child just for creative like motivation. Like, that is not a reason to do it.
No.
No, but it's you know. Then you're thinking, all I've got to do is get through to 3 o'clock. Yeah. You know, that's all I've got to do, and then I can have my cup of tea.
It's like it's just the reset points in the day.
Reset points, yeah. So I think that's kind of the main ones at the moment in terms of pushing through, because I guess it's hard. I guess it's harder for me to know because I don't have like full solid days of being able to create right now. So I have slots of like a few hours at a time max. You know, she's having a nap or she's down for the evening, and I've got like a few hours before my brain like shuts off.
Yeah.
So it's shorter time. So I just sprint. You know, it's easier for me to just go power through it. But I suppose at the moment I'm pushing through doubt. That's what I'm having to push through. Yeah. It's me going, am I doing the right thing here? Is this even going to work? Yeah. Like,
oh, we know that one.
What if it doesn't work? What if no one wants? What if no one wants them? What if no one likes it? What if I can't find the right people? I know that it will never happen if I let that voice win.
Yeah.
So why not just replace all of those thoughts and I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here because it's something I'm battling with myself, why not just replace all of those with, but what if it goes right? What's the best that could happen?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if it isn't financially troubling and it's actually really great?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Because then if it is hard, it's like anxiety, isn't it? You're worrying about something. Why worry about something twice? You know, why double down on the worry? Why worry about the thing before it happens and then, say the bad thing does happen, then you've worried about it twice and you've dealt with it negatively twice.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just wait and then be in a better state of mind because you've not been worrying about it? I'm boiling down anxiety here, and obviously it's not that easy.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just like trying not to project doubt, worry, anxiety into the future.
Yeah.
Helps you push through in the moment because you're not worrying, you're just doing, you're just being.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other question? I can't remember.
It's the flip side. Like, so when do you know? What's the difference? How do you know when it's like, actually, no, I need to take a break. I don't need to push through today. Like, what are your, like, either your signals or, like, how do you know? What does your body tell you? Or, like, how do you just know?
Task paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
I need some water.
She gets some hydration for this mom.
Breastfeeding, honestly. Task paralysis is like, with my ADHD brain, when there's too much to do, or I think even just a perception of too much to do, because actually most of the time there isn't actually too much to do.
Yeah, it's all not right now.
So that's it with the ADHD brain, is it doesn't line things neatly side by side. They all get stacked up in the now at the exact same time. So whatever it's 5, 10, 20 things, it's all now. So when I know it's too much, is I get paralysis and I literally can't make one next actionable step. I don't know what to do next. And I completely just freeze. I'm like, can't make a single decision. That's when I know when it's time to stop. So that happened yesterday. Not necessarily to do with the creative work, but just generally life.
Yeah.
General life. Too much to pack, too much to do. We just went on a walk. Me and Reverie went on a walk. I was like, I'm not doing anything now. Nothing's getting done. We just need to go out. How else do I know when it's time to stop? This isn't helpful advice, but I get a droopy eye.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I get one, I think it's this eye, my left eye. Like my eyelid goes heavy. So I have a bit of a tell, a physical tell, before my brain's necessarily caught up that's saying you need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting, because even though I've had weeks, whatever, of exhaustion in a row with Reverie, I haven't had that continuously droopy eye. So it's like I'm fulfilled in other ways. I'm mentally and emotionally fulfilled, but I'm just physically tired because I'm not getting enough sleep. Whereas I know that I'm kind of reaching a drain point in all the ways when I get this droopy eye. So interesting.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So there is physical tells, I think, for everybody, but they just show up in unique ways.
What happens if you ignore it?
Oh. So.
That's always the one.
When I was doing my dissertation in 3rd year and my final film, and I ignored it and I just pushed because there was deadlines. As soon as I handed in, my eye started twitching. So I pushed it too far.
Yeah.
So why is it eyes? Like, interesting.
Well, you do a lot of very logical eye strain heavy stuff.
Visual stuff. Screens. There's just a lot of screens involved, isn't there? So yeah. She's still crying.
Poor Pippi.
I have to pause it again, I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologise. It's like, just stop apologising. Because
I do get told that.
I could just cut it out if I want to. But it's real. Come along, little star. Are you ready? I'm going to be in it. You're going to ask my questions. You're going to look at that the whole time.
Yeah,
You're having a
hopefully.
fantastic time.
Well,
To be fair, in the background of the last one, Caitlin's, we just had Coop asleep the whole time in the corner. But you're a bit more active than the dog. Yeah? Right, we're going to try this.
We're going to try this.
I'm going to make sure I don't talk to your mum in baby voice as well. And what do you think made you say... What made you say yes? I think probably more to like your filmmaking this time
Yeah.
around
I think that makes more sense, yeah.
the editing,
And
because that's
TV.
what you love to do.
Yeah. Well, her, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
But
What in particular?
the vision I had of like what it could be,
Mm-hmm.
what I could do, what I could offer, that was unique.
Yeah.
You know, understanding kind of my unique perspective and my unique product, I suppose, because they are ultimately products, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
What made me say yes was yeah, like why not? It's not out there. It's not really out there. Not
Yeah.
very much. There is
I've not
some.
heard of it before.
There is a
really.
bit. There's a bit like there's a couple of family filmmakers out there. There's a couple of family filmmakers out there, but they're also photographers, or they're predominantly photographers and they also do films.
Yeah.
So in the lens and the scope of newborn and family, it's not much, which means it's something that people don't really know that they want, you know. So that's the tricky part.
That's what your job is, to convince people. Like, I think the more you... I think it speaks for itself. When you watch what you are making,
Mhm.
it is genuine. Like, the vision, you can't buy that vision. You have to... All of the experience that you've had of your life and all the filmmaking you've done and all of the editing and all of that skill has come in, and the way that you uniquely see the world as well has come into the way that you make these films, and you watch them and it's gorgeous. I don't know how else to describe it other than you watch it and it's like you can just... I always tear up. I'm just like, this is beautiful. You don't see it I've not seen it anywhere else. Maybe because my algorithm isn't like...
it will be,
But at the end of the day, like...
But it wouldn't be the vision of the business and the creative path that I'm now on wouldn't be if it wasn't for her.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be in this place. I probably would never have thought or even dreamed of creating a business like that if I hadn't have had her.
Yeah.
Because that's not my... wouldn't be in my scope or my range of experience.
You understand your own audience now, which is probably one of the most important things of business. It's like sell to what you know, and like you are building this business around this.
Well, I've literally just been through it, haven't I? So I've had that perspective of like, how valuable is this? Like, how much would I love this, and as I loved to create what I could, you know, with Reverie. Yeah, so it just, it was almost like it was less of a resounding yes and more of just like everything falling so into place that it was like nothing else made sense.
Yeah.
It was like that was the only thing that made sense. It was like going back to TV full time, 13-hour weeks, whatever. No world in which that would happen. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. I literally flat out said to Chris when Reverie was born, I'm not going. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't care how poor we are. I don't care what struggles we go through. I will not do that. So it was the only thing that after pouring and being so confused and trying to think of so many ideas of how we would make it work as a family, and it was weird. We were going through around the houses doing so much, thinking so many ideas, like, oh, why didn't I start like like, I love illustrating. I started graphic designing a bit more and printing cards. Oh, but I'll need to invest in a printer. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? It was so weird that we had to go through all of that to go, oh, hang on a minute, you've got this skill set,
right here.
you've got this passion, you've got this thing that you already do in your spare time that you love to do. Why not do that?
You know, it's that flipping ikigai thing, isn't it? You know, they're like 4 circles and they cross over. It's like that Japanese thing.
Yes.
It's like, what's your passion? What are you good at? What does the world need? What does the thing in? You're just in the middle, like baby films, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
You did it.
Yeah.
You're winning. Your mum's winning.
Yeah. I found the epicenter.
Yeah.
But for so long, I was just dancing and fanning around the edges, like not even looking in the middle.
Yeah.
And that sometimes like speaks to like spiritual enlightenment, isn't it? It was like my creative enlightenment. Literally.
The most obvious thing right in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah. So number 6, and this is perfect because we've got a little one here. What do you think little you would say to what you're doing now? What would little Soph say?
Oh.
I've cried at all of these.
Oh, it's making me a bit emotional.
It's because it's important.
Yeah. What would little Soph say? Little Soph would probably think that I'm really cool.
Yeah. You are cool.
She'd probably be like, you're so cool. You're telling me like... But firstly, I'd probably be like, you work in telly? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's so awesome. Like, what? Because a lot of people, until they find out, they're like, wow, you work in TV? That's so... Like, they think it's so glamorous and it's really not. But little Soph would think, you're so cool. Like, what? You do this? And you have a daughter, like, and now you're making films, like, if you want to make films for other families and, like... To like preserve their memories with their children, like, yeah, I would just think I was. Oh, I'm sorry,
You fucked her up.
We're a bit tangled.
We got all tangled together.
Continuously intertwined, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. She would think that I was just so cool, and probably wouldn't totally be able to actually truly believe that that's like that I was living the life that I wanted to live on my terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And truly embracing who I am and myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably be pretty surprised as well that I'd managed to achieve that, you know?
Yeah.
That I'd managed to break through that, all that noise. The personal noise, the creative noise, all of it. What people were telling me I needed to be, or I was never a corporate job girly, you know.
Oh, no. No.
I was never anything like that. I don't think I could have ever done anything but something creative in some form.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe little me didn't even realise that. I don't think little me even thought that was like possible.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think flabbergasted but proud and thinking yeah, she's pretty cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
What a wonderful thing to have happened. What do you wish more people knew about the process? So I've written like process, but it can be, I don't know, just like a behind the scenes that people don't really consider, maybe.
What specifically my
Take of it what you will. What do you want to talk about?
What I wish some people knew about the process.
Yeah.
That the smallest thing can take the longest time.
Give me like an example.
In terms of editing,
Mm-hmm.
3 seconds
I know.
could take hours.
Tell them.
Sometimes there's just this point in the edit where you know what it needs. You know what it needs, but you can't make it. She likes that.
I know.
So, yeah, there's this turning point, and I'm like, this shot needs to do this, or this needs to turn into this, or I need to mix this thing into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to explain because it's like you feel it, you can't necessarily see it, which is why it takes so long.
Yeah.
If you could visualize it instantaneously, then you could instantly create it, and it would all. It's the feeling that you get of like knowing how it needs to feel.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
You know how it needs to feel, so it's getting to that feeling. I think that's probably what it is. It's like to people don't ever truly understand. They don't because they don't know. You don't know what you don't know, of course, and it's no one's fault for that. But how long things take,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to editing, or creative, a lot of creative things, I think, people don't actually see the time, the value, and how long it takes to know that it's right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think I've summed it up quite neatly already. The smallest things can take the longest amount of time. Yeah. I know.
Revs, we've made it to the last question, baby.
The last question!
It's the last one!
The last question!
It's the last one! And
Oh, I got dribbled. Oh, I was in the dribble zone.
did you dribble on your mum?
7.5 months, and she's never come so close to dribbling right in my mouth. That
You dribbled on my mouth.
that was a proper mothering moment. Thank you for that.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I know it's warm in here, isn't it? What is a moment that changed everything? And that's the last one.
Oh, we know.
Is it when she almost dribbled in your mouth?
Yeah, that was a turning point for me. I mean, her being born, yeah, obviously, massively. Her being born was a huge one. And I think every single mother or parent would say that.
Yeah.
Of course. But from a creative standpoint as well. You go through this portal.
I knew you were going to say portal. I knew it. I was waiting for
You're
portal.
waiting for portal.
Yeah.
You go through this portal, and it's like the maiden to mother arc, isn't it? And you literally do transform and change.
This is the triptych thing, the mother, maiden, crone. I'm not even kidding.
So many synchronicities.
Look at it. So look at it.
Yeah. So from a creative standpoint, I forever changed. But I also think because that's the obvious one. And I know me, and I'm trying to get you a juicy kind of like, you know, hidden, uncovered one that's less.
Sometimes there isn't. It's fine.
That's true. Sometimes there isn't.
There's not been like, I even wrote in the original question that it doesn't have to be anything big. But that's pretty big.
Well, that's the thing. And almost it's a classic me thing. It's like, I don't like to go for the big obvious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like to go for the nuance, and I like to go to the more specific things that people might not know. You know?
All right.
I like to uncover. I like to uncover and have my hair pulled, obviously.
She wants the long hair. She's wearing it like a wig.
She is wearing it like a wig. You'll get your own hair soon. I don't think I can think of one. I think it has to be that. The moment she was born, I changed as a person. I felt like I was walking around with my heart was working at 5% before. And you don't realise, you think that's your 100%. You think, I've got all the love I can give, I've got all the creative energy I can give, you know, and then you create a human who loves you unconditionally, and suddenly you've got 95% more. And it's amazing, and it's incredible. So yes, I've never felt so creative, I've never had so much creative energy. And how I create has changed as well. Yeah, exactly.
So I think we'll have a soft end, which is just, if people want to hire you for a family film, where can they go? Mm-hmm. And if they want to work with you in terms of editing work, how can they contact you?
So I'm on Instagram, Sophie Hurry Films, but I'm hoping that in the next few weeks, like the end of September, my website will be ready. So I say to people, go to my website, which feels a bit fraudulent right now because my website's not ready.
No, because your mailing list is on there, and that's
My mailing list is on there. It's so true. Yes. So I haven't. Yeah.
We're waiting.
Yeah, sign up to my
waiting.
mailing list on there. But like marathon, not a sprint. I had all these expectations that like when I would start opening my books, that my website would be ready, everything would be shiny, complete, perfect. That's not how life works. It's definitely not how things work with a baby. So yeah, my website and my Instagram and my email, which is hello@sophiehurry.co.uk. Just the one hello, just not two hellos.
Don't worry,
I just wanted to add some little bit of jazz to it, didn't I? Yeah, a little bit of accents. Yeah.
I think it's the end.
I think it's the end. I think
Don't
it's
you?
the end too, yeah.
Thank you, Soph.
I think it's the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverie. You've been wonderful.
You've been catching a vibe.
She's been catching a vibe.
You've been catching a vibe.
I will put all of the stuff underneath and go check out her stuff. Go sign up. And you might not have a baby, but somebody you know might be having one. And that time we were talking to Chris and he was like, time is going very fast. So anything that we've got to kind of encapsulate that is worth having.